M. Fletcher Brown with another artist video blog, kicks96country.com. Our guest today, all the way from just outside Nashville, Tennessee. Please welcome for his very first visit to Kicks 96, Ty Gregory. How are you, Ty?
Great, man. How are you?
Oh, I'm pretty good. It's been a pretty good year, and you're having a pretty good year.
So far,
Yeah.
busy year.
Yeah, you got brand new music out. We're going to talk about his latest single, "Every Town's Got One." That is the single, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Every Town's Got One, and I should know because I'm the one here. But Ty, we want to get to know Ty Gregg. We want to introduce him to you. Now, Ty, as I understand it, you're a Tennessee native. You know, you're from just outside Nashville.
Yeah, Tennessee, born and raised. We're gonna say Middle Tennessee, small town raised. If you ever heard of Cookeville, I'm just right outside of Cookeville.
I do know Cookeville. Okay.
I'm right on Cookeville Highway, where I'm born and raised.
All right, so talk to us then. You spent your entire life growing up just outside Music City.
I did.
All right, so how would you say that was that a major influence on drawing your life towards country music?
Well, yes and no. Yeah, I mean, I've always been into music, always interested in music, always interested in singing. But I never made the trips to Nashville, even at a young age when I started, in music. But I knew I was close, and all the history was right there. But surprisingly, I didn't really intertwine that. It wasn't until the last 2 years that I really was like, hey, I need to give this a shot. And Nashville's just right there, so why not?
All right. So, and you grew up listening to obviously like a lot of really good '90s country,
I did, yeah.
But you also kind of have a little bit of that rock edge too. I mean, you grew everybody from like Creed to Stained, So
Absolutely.
how does that mix in with your specific style of music? I mean, does that feed into your stage performance or your songwriting?
Songwriting and vocal style, I think, is the easiest way to do it because I'm like I said, Tennessee raised, right there in the Bible Belt with all that. But my lyrics and are very country driven from the '90s. But then my melodies have that rock melody to it, so I'm a very good mix between the two. And then yeah, I mean it's cool. I think it's nothing I tried to do. It's just kind of organic.
All right, so well, let's talk about the album. You're singing now. Is the album finished, or is it still you're still working on the whole thing?
Well, we've got a lot of songs written. We got a lot of songs cut, and we're still trying to weed through and see like what we're going to do for an EP, what we're going to do for an album. That's all in the air right now. But we do have a ton of music ready to go.
Okay, so the single then, "Every Town's Got One." Now you're a songwriter,
I am,
but you're also like right there at Nashville. So do you write solo? Do you co-write? Do you ever cherry pick songs from Nashville songwriters?
Well, so everything. So I started out as a songwriter, not really performing much, and then I started realizing, that these mean more to me than they probably would somebody else, if I started shopping those songs. So I started performing them myself. But yeah, to answer your question, though, I write with co-writers. One of my co-writers is sitting right over here, actually, and then another guy, and we keep it pretty local, kind of like the Three Amigos. But we do, we've not cut any outside work yet, but we've had probably, I don't know, 10 or 15 recently pitched to us from some pretty prominent writers that we're looking into.
Okay. Now, I've heard the single, "Every Town's Got One." It's a great song. Where did the idea for that come from? I mean, what were you thinking about that just said, you know what, I got to write this down. This is going to make a song.
Well, we always cut up when we hang out, my co-writers, or anytime. And it, like I said, it's organic. So you'll be talking, just having a conversation, like, man, every town's got one of them. I'm like, that's kind of a cool song idea. I didn't come up with the song idea. Tommy actually did. And he's like, hey, we should write a song about that. So I kind of get that line, and then I wrote a melody to it, and then I typically write around the song. What I mean by that is I start with my chorus, and then I write my verse, and second verse, because to me that's what people are really in there for.
Yeah,
they're really in there for that hook.
Well, the hook,
the hook, yeah. So if you got a good hook, then you can create a good song around that. I believe that. So that's kind of how it come out. We were just hanging out one day, chit chatting. He come up with that, and he's like, "Man, we should write a song about that." Next thing you know, every town's got one.
Yeah, and it's the kind of song that I mean, whether you're from a small town or a big city, you're going to hear something in it that's going to go, yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
All right, so
you don't have to be from the South either.
No,
small towns are everywhere.
Absolutely. I mean, it's like you drive up through Idaho, Iowa. You'll find all the same stuff. All right, so you're right there on the edge of Nashville. You've got your single out. You're working on your record. What's next? What do you think Ty Gregory's going to be doing next?
Well, we've already played a couple shows this year. We kind of started out. We released this track back in February, March, somewhere around in there. So we kind of got a late start, on booking shows. But we've got about 7 or 8 dates lined up. We're going to try and do about 15 or 20 this year.
Mm-hmm.
We did. I don't know if you've heard of Whiskey Jam up in
Oh
Nashville.
yeah,
We played,
absolutely.
we
Yeah.
played Whiskey Jam. Ward guy, Gunther. He's a great guy. We're going to be back out there probably in the fall, playing with them as well. So that's a really cool, show to do. And then a lot of people come through there. A lot of big names.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, you're walking around in some pretty big,
Oh yeah.
some pretty big footsteps.
Yeah.
All right. So let's say right now that there are a whole bunch of people out there that are really, really digging what you're laying down. And they're like, I want to hear more Ty Gregory. Where do they go to find you on the internet?
Kicks 96. No,
Yeah.
that's the radio. But no, internet, you're going to tygregorymusic.com, Facebook, Ty Gregory Music, Instagram, Ty Gregory Music. You can pretty much find me anywhere if you just put my name in Google.
All right. Ty Gregory. And the single is Every Town's Got One. If you want to hear it, call us at Kicks 96. We'll be happy to play it for you. Ty, thanks for visiting, man.
Absolutely. Thank
All
you.
right. Look for a live performance of Ty elsewhere here on our YouTube channel, and we'll see you next time on another artist video blog. Kicks96country.com.
Heartbreak, it's been left behind to a dreamless small town walls closing. And all you want to do is run. Every town's got one.